Let's get loaded on Lansdowne!
Woo! Yeah!
Woo!
Hey! All right. It's Friday.
It is Friday. All right, welcome to episode number 97 of the Loaded on Lansdowne Red Sox Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Jacaris. Alongside me, always, is Andrew Andrews. And we apologize for the
No, we don't.
for the missed week. We had some scheduling conflicts, plus it was the Mother's Day weekend, so shit got bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A. I swear to God, I'll never do that again. I will never do that again. That was organic. Right. I didn't have that.
I can concentrate. I can focus on what we need to do. I think I can get through this. But personally, we're through.
All right, so we're going to start out. Just want to mention the Baltimore series because we kind of missed out on that last week. They took care of business. I mean, they won 3 out of 4.
You know, it's too bad. In the last game, they kind of lost. Like, it just wasn't a good game.
Right.
And, you know, it's 162 games.
Yep.
So it's too bad. Like,
it's a marathon.
And I mean, it's the Orioles. They blow. But at the end of the day, you still are playing Major League Baseball players. Mm-hmm. So 3 out of 4, that's fine.
And look, they have some players. I mean, Trey Mancini coming back from cancer, he's lighting it up. And what's his face? Means just threw a
I like Means, man. Oh,
yep.
I like the way he throws.
So, in any case, this week it was the Oakland series.
Yeah.
Formidable team.
That's really the first kind of real team they've had, right? I mean,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was kind of judging them when Tampa came in, but they swept them. So
yeah, and Tampa's all right. They're not doing as well as we thought they would. I thought Tampa would be. I mean, the Red Sox obviously surprising us, but if I had to pick another team to be the top of the division, I think it was really Tampa or the Yankees. You know,
Toronto and the Yankees. Yeah, that was with the pundits.
So. Yeah, so they're turning out to be all right.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
they've had some injuries though, and I think they had a little COVID issue, didn't they, early in the season?
Yeah, I believe so. All right. So anyway, Oakland series, game 1.
Just the first impression of Oakland, and I know they're good. I know, they got the computer thing down. That's really their deal, which means they never win the playoffs. But
right, exactly.
Just looking at it, it really is. You can tell they're a team of modern analytical. Like you look at the averages going right down.
Yeah. Nobody
was over. I believe the first game, all 9 starters, nobody was hitting over 300.
Right.
Their entire team.
Right.
And they're winning games. You know what I mean? So it's like you can tell, like for them, really the average, because that's kind of the old man.
285, 275.
Yeah, there's a couple 280s. Yeah, and we've been talking for years about how batting average is one of those kind of antiquated stats that you're not going to see a lot anymore, and us old folks are still holding on to it, and it really seems like they've embraced that, man. Well, it really does.
If you want,
and they're winning, so.
If you want to get mathy, which I don't, but I mean, the only math I like is baseball math. And as one of our colleagues said, I said, the only math I can figure out is baseball math. And he says, that's because you like it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're into it.
You don't hate it.
So, but no, seriously, if you do the math, I mean, baseball's all about averages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not just batting average. It's, team average, and we'll get to team ERA a little bit later on in the show, but
another one that they're kind of getting rid of.
Yeah, I mean
wins, losses.
But look, I mean, if one guy's hitting 360 and your worst hitters at the end of the lineup, kind of like the Red Sox, are hitting 200, it's all going to balance out. So whatever.
You're exactly right. If you're batting 320. And you're coming to the plate, there's a 32% chance you're not going to make it out. So, I mean, I don't know how it is a stat you can completely get rid of. Just the fact that you're going to put the ball in play. But.
I agree. All right. So anyway, I was looking forward to this series. I watched bits and pieces of it because my kids have their own stuff going on. But, obviously watch all the highlights and use the interwebs to check out the highlights. But, first game, look, the A's won 3-2. Evaldi pitched. He was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave up 2 hits and a run, and
Red Sox lineup really seems to either do it or not do it. You know what I mean? They really. It's not a situation where 3 guys have a good game. So it's kind of you really would rather the other way, I guess, to have a couple people, but it just seems like they're either happening or not.
Yeah, and Michael Chavis gets called up, and so far so good.
Yes, when they called him up, I wasn't super excited.
Who cares?
Chavis, I mean,
but he went, he got 2 hits.
I think he's taking a little of the pressure off of I say Dahlbach, but whatever. Dahlbach, yeah. It's going to be Dahlbach. Right? I can't fix that.
Screw that.
It took me long enough to learn Dahlbach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Kiki Hernandez and Christian Arroyo are on the IL, so that's why.
Oh, see, I thought they were the same person.
Chavis had to come up and
also too. What was it? Bobby D.
Yeah.
Fucking people got to stop that, dude.
Bobby D.
That's the word. I've heard that creep in. Hey, Bobby D's up next. Oh, dude.
Yeah. He's been here for.
Yeah, it's no.
He's not Tony C.
No.
You know.
Okay, and Bobby D is Robert De Niro. Okay. Those of us who are friends, we call him Bobby.
Right. Exactly. All right. So whatever. Chavis had a good game. Darwinzon Hernandez did not. So I know you texted me.
No, I'm so sick of him. Dude.
You texted me on this, and he went. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs.
Third of an inning.
2 earned, and he walked someone, which is the least surprising.
That game, he threw 18 pitches. I'm sorry, 17 pitches, and I believe 8 of them were strikes. It's right around there. So like maybe half. What was I looking up on him? He's appeared in 14 games, mind you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's someone you kind of trust.
We probably have the similar stats here.
Yeah, we're looking at that. Okay, he's given up 12 hits, which works for hits per inning, 7.9. So pretty much every inning he's almost guaranteed to give up a hit. A little less than guaranteed. Okay, he's walks per 9, 8.0. Okay, that is crazy. He struck out 16 people, and he's walked 11 this year. Right now, what was that? They have a new stat. I don't know if it's new. It's new for me because I just happened to fucking look at it today. Strikeouts per walk.
Yeah.
1.91.
Right.
So almost every 2 times. Yeah.
One walk an inning.
One walk an inning.
He walks a guy every inning. He gives up a hit pretty much
every inning. If he strikes out 2 guys, it's almost guaranteed the third one is going to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's almost statistically impossible for him to strike out the inning.
Can we get some action on that in Vegas? All right, so this is my
Darwinian to strike out the inning -350.
Exactly right. So if he gets the first 2 guys out, put all your money on him to walk a guy. Honestly,
definitely not to strike him out. Right?
So he was bad. He strikes me. I was going to delve into some serious left-handed reliever research.
Yeah,
and I was like,
over here.
I was like, yeah, whatever. But he strikes me as the type of guy that may be a dude who you trade him to another team, change of scenery, maybe different approach. Because he can't throw strikes. He's been in the system for a while.
Because he's left-handed and he throws like 94.
Yep.
Somebody will give you a prospect for him.
Right.
Which, whatever.
But I want a comparable prospect because he's, I wouldn't say he's top tier, but I want a lefty reliever who's struggling a little bit.
I want
from
somebody
team,
who's like somebody who's like maybe 10 in their organization, 11. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd say that next step down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Darwinzon. See you later.
Ugh.
All right. Second game.
It's Darwinzon, too. I got to be honest, I really thought it was Darwinian. I've been calling him that.
I've called him Darwinzian, Darwinzon, Darwinism.
It's a wild name.
Darwinism. Yeah.
And I know he's South American, I believe.
Yep.
I think he's Latin. So I guess it's like I've never heard that name. I don't know.
I have wild. I have not. All right. So game 2. Oakland A's 4, Red Sox 1.
Again, the entire lineup.
Yeah, Erod was lousy. I mean, the Red Sox didn't get any hits.
He threw a lot of pitches that game.
Yeah, they got what did they get? 5 hits that game. There was nothing going on. But Erod was lousy. I didn't think he pitched that well. He went He pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 earned runs, walked a guy, struck out 9, gave up a homer, and currently sits at a 4.15 ERA. But here's my thing.
He's actually walked a lot less than this year. I think he's been a lot better about the walks.
Yeah.
I think his strikeout
going to the 3-2 counts, which I want to blow my head off.
So it's been better. This game he chipped a lot, and you can really tell with him early in the game if he's trying to do something that's a off-speed breakaway to the outside corner of the plate, outside lower corner. That's usually when he doesn't feel like he's got his stuff, because he's a kind of guy who when he challenges early, he feels pretty good about it.
Right.
I think a lot of that starts with his fastball. If he's feeling good about his fastball, if he can place it in that like upper third, it's better.
Well, he was talking about his fastball, and he said that the velocity was up, which it was, because I think early in the season he was sitting at around 89 to 91.
Yeah, and people were really concerned. That's too low.
Yeah,
and that's off of that dead arm thing he had.
Right. And now it's at about 93, 94. So that thing's coming back, which is good. But but here's the thing. This is what I can't stand. All right, I can't stand in these interviews after the game when the Red Sox lose. And by the way, that wasn't like a performance where like Erod really shined, right?
No, he was meh.
He was meh. Okay.
How many is it? Like.
Well, he pitched 6 innings, but I mean,
that's good.
I guess
if you
2021.
If you exist, it's.
But I mean,
good.
7 hits, 4 earned runs. No, in 6 innings, 4 earned runs in 6 innings. I mean,
but unless they really shut him out, that would be the only way he wins that game. So I don't know.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm sick of hearing from pitchers. I'm sick of hearing how good they felt after games that they lost. Right?
I know.
So this is what I want. This is what I want them to do. All right. Hey, how'd you feel out there, Erod? Right? I felt great. Or I felt okay.
Should have pitched better.
I gotta do better.
Yeah.
I gotta do better. Doesn't matter how I felt. We lost, and I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again.
No, and the mentality is a lot like just kind of society's mentality, where you can't get too hard on yourself because that's going to throw you into a depression, and then you're going to have all the, you know what I mean? Like it's difficult to be critical on themselves. And
I mean, so many pitchers are like, I felt really good. Like, my spin rate was great, and like my breaking ball was really working. It's like, dude, you gave up 6 runs in like 4 innings.
I wish they teach them to be more like how Belichick teaches the Patriots. Yeah, just be like, boom, should have done better. A lot of things I could have done better. I made some good pitches. I didn't make some good pitches.
Right.
Just keep it there. This whole
But even him saying,
I know what you mean. It's like this, like, oh, I'm not gonna get down. I'm strong. I'm overcoming the fact that, dude, what are you overcoming? You throw a fucking baseball.
Right.
All right. Like, so
you can also pat yourself on the back. You can say, hey, look, I felt good. My fastball was velocity was up, but I still got to do better.
Yeah,
we lost the game. I have to make sure they don't score more runs than the other team. Feed them the Belichick. Get Belichick on the horn.
The problem
get
is scrap. That's baseball, though, man. Because because baseball is, for a team sport, it's the most individual of the team sports.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yep. Like especially pitchers. Like almost like a pitcher, it's like no,
different animal.
I'm a singles tennis player.
Right.
I'm getting my stats. Whatever else happens, dude, it's not my problem.
Absolutely.
So there's some of that. It's weird how baseball works that way.
Yeah, and I mean the only thing, it's not like a quarterback in football. The quarterback in football is almost like on an island, right? The goalie in hockey or soccer is kind of like on an island, right? I mean, basketball, that's not even a thing. Like, everyone has to work
as a sport,
but in NBA. By the way, the Celtics suck.
Dude, they've actually packed it in. They look like a team who, if say you didn't see any of the season and you just watched one of their last couple 2-3 games and you went, hey, they're the 15th seed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Heart.
They're in the lottery. You'd be like,
heart.
oh yeah, definitely. Like, they look like a team that honestly could end up with the 2nd pick, the 3rd pick, something like that. They look like shit.
Just just absolutely. Remember Kevin Garnett, grit and balls? Yeah, it doesn't apply to this Celtics. I wish Kevin Garnett would fly into Boston.
There's talk about maybe getting him on somehow involved in the organization. They need something.
Dude, he was. I mean, when he came on to the Celtics, that was.
It's too bad because they're going to lose Brad Stevens over this. I think.
I know.
And it might be this year. I don't know. It's just the NBA is not an organization. A
Players
league.
League.
Yeah. So how the idea that they would side with. You might lose Angel because if they side with the coach, it's going to be Ainge siding with the coach, and that might be the owner saying, "All right, you both gotta go."
Smell you later. All right. Anyway, back to baseball. So last night's game was awesome.
It really was good last night. They were just once again. It's like, you know what? Let's turn the bats on.
Yeah.
It's not one guy. It's just everybody gets going. It really happens.
Yep. So Red Sox win 8-1. We're going to talk about Garrett Richards in a minute because I thought this was his finest performance in a Red Sox.
Yeah, you're starting to fall in love with him.
I'm starting to fall in love with him a little bit. And I couldn't stand him with his stupid mustache and his mullet and all that shit. But
the mustache being gone does help a lot. It really does. It shouldn't, but it does.
But we'll talk about the offense right now. J.D. Martinez with 3 hits. Xander Bogaerts with 3 hits.
I can tell you, if we can talk about J.D. Martinez for a second. Yeah. He had that huge start. We were really excited. And then he kind of cooled down a little bit. And, it looked like we were starting to get back to the bigs. Taking weight. Like, he does it every time regardless. But it's funny. When he's doing
bigger breaths?
Yes, when he's doing well. I've noticed this. I've been watching. When he's doing well, it's a, you know what I mean? Like, all right, let's go. And when he's sucking
slumping,
he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. Like, why are you abandoning me, God? You know? And it's like, and it's just, so he started to take that little downturn. He had it was about a 5-6 game stretch where he really wasn't hitting well. And, because that does happen. Right. And now we seem to kind of get the gears going again. So that's a real good sign. If you can, because anybody can do good. Right. Can you get back to doing well? And I really think he kind of did that.
His slumps, because I don't even count last season. Like, I don't even, like, last season
that was awful. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even count that. But, like, when he does slump, he doesn't go into prolonged slumps. You actually are surprised.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's been.
I guess that's why I'm saying it, because last year seemed like such a prolonged.
He actually hasn't hit a home run in a while.
No.
But he's still ripping the cover off the ball. So it's all good.
When you mention this, it's funny. I'm starting to notice with the Boston Red Sox that it seems for a team that, again, so into analytics, so into launch angle and stuff like that, it seems like a lot of the players have kind of said, no, we're going to hit line drives. Yes. There's been a change in the way up and down, and we can talk about guys who are doing well, Bogaerts being an example. I think it's happened for Devers a little bit there, clearly with Hidalgo in center field. You know what I mean?
I love how you call him Hidalgo.
Hidalgo, yeah. But that's been a couple of years. But it's
that's our thing. That's our nickname from Hidalgo.
Yeah. Oh, I think our thing was we don't know anyone's name. Yeah, that's definitely my thing. But it does seem like they're not really a launch. The reason why Dahlbach is just so bad right now. They're not a launch angle team, and they really are doing a lot more line drives. And J.D. Martinez seems like that. He's someone who he's his best. The home runs are great. They're nice. He's his best when he's using the whole field.
Right. Well, I was just about to say, I mean, there might be more that I don't know about, but I've seen him hit 2 home runs that have curved around the pesky pole.
He kind of figured that out. He said something.
There would have been foul balls in other stadiums.
There was some point, I actually think it might have been last year or the beginning of this year, where he did the pesky pole thing, and he went and he talked to a reporter. One of the shows was talking about this, where it was like,
"Ooh, I can do that."
Like it's so
that's available.
So the punch would be just a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. So JD Bogey 3 hits, Hunter Renfroe, Dahlbeck, and Chavis with 2 hits each. So it was good to see those guys start to.
I think that's helped Dahlbeck a little bit too, having
Chavis.
Just and even if the
guys that came up together,
both played, guys came up together, but also he was kind of anointed. Like, you're the first baseman. You're the first baseman of the future. And we don't know that.
Right.
So I think having somebody else like, oh, that guy, because think about it before, there really wasn't anyone who could play his position. Right. Like, other guys would maybe do a game there, could fill in there, but he was the first baseman.
Right.
I think it helps having another first baseman.
Absolutely.
Because you're not the man yet.
And Chavis is still kind of moving all over the place.
And it could be good for Chavis, too.
Well, you know, if he's starting to play very well and he's starting to hit, so let's see what happens with that. All right, but the real story of this one was Garrett Richards. And you know, he had a great game. So A's Mark Kenya leans into a pitch to try to get.
I didn't see him lean into it. This was honestly like the 2 innings I missed was all the fun in this game.
Yeah. So he kind of.
Did he push it down? You think?
Oh, 100%.
The Don Baylor.
I'm not doing a homer thing here. Like he was up here and he leaned. He just leaned like if you want to lean like this, that's fine. And
does he have a big arm pad on?
Yeah. And I mean, right. So if for our podcast listeners, like I'm kind of like a little tipped over a little bit, but like
no,
he bent over and like
you pretend you're turning away like you're turning backwards, but you really it's funny because if you're looking at the plate for you know, and you turn away from the plate. Right. You're actually putting more of your body in front of the plate.
You can still put your elbow out.
You're putting the fat at
So Richards barks at him, and they played it like 6 times, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" Right?
That's bold. I can't remember a time when a pitcher set for a guy like accuses a guy of that.
Yeah, and he goes, "What the fuck is that?" He barks at him, and then he throws a head.
Right there.
He throws it right at his dome piece.
Next batter, right?
Yeah, and then it was like, you know, hey, no way you're doing that. Old school baseball. And here's what I got to say about Garrett Richards. Far cry from the beginning of the year when you were like, I need to bring a jacket.
No, it's really weird.
To Boston. I mean, that was grit. To get back to Kevin Garnett, that was grit and balls. Honestly, I loved that. I loved last night. Last night's game was awesome. I think it's going to be a unifying thing because Garrett Richards was like, fuck you. Don't do that shit. And the interesting part is that the umpires let it happen.
Yeah, they really did. And it's, you know, we were making fun of him earlier, saying like Josh Beckett, like that fake tough guy, like that.
No,
you know what I mean? Like
that was legit emotion.
Josh Beckett is the kind of dude who would jaw what the fuck, but then would never do anything about it. Right. So hey, it's not bad, and it's nice because it was the same guy was doing his business. It wasn't like somebody else had to do it for you in the 8th inning there. You know what I mean? Right. So no, that's good stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
He's getting better. I mean, it's unfair for us to hate the guy completely. I mean,
no, I mean,
if he pitches like this, he's earning $10 million.
Look, again, it's a change in attitude where, you know, you think the guy's soft and then he's pitching like shit, and he credits Dave Bush, the pitching coach.
Yeah, they've simplified his windup and stuff.
Simplifying his delivery, and it's worked because I mean, his last 3, he's been fantastic. You know, he beat the Mets. Their lineup blows, but I mean, he pitched a great game. Last 3 games, he
should be better.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on. So that's the A's series. I'm glad. Look, they lost 2 out of 3. The teams have identical records right now. So I mean, like, you know, it's like they're playing a good team. Like, so you know, 3-game series. Like, you know, one team's got to win, one team's got to lose. We were on the short end of the stick.
And you're not going to play. You don't play them that many games,
right?
So they'll be away, and in the playoffs, I take my chance with the A's.
All right, you ready for Ride the Pine, a sparkling wine?
We're still doing that.
Yeah. No, this is a thing. Let me get my non-sparkling wine.
Ride the Pine or sparkling
wine. Ride the Pine or sparkling wine.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on, we got to be original here. 3 up, 3 down.
No, 3 up, 3 down. I know.
Ride the Pine.
We going up or down first?
We're going down first.
Yeah, right.
All right, who you got?
Let's start with I think is an obvious one. Left-handed relievers in the Red Sox. The whole this goes for my Darwinian there.
Yep.
But it's brutal. They have nothing in that bullpen right now that I would consider a left-handed, somebody who I trust, somebody who's going to get an out. even a guy who, he can only match up against this. They don't even have that. Because you got a few lefties like that. Right. Embry, you know what I mean? This is what he matches up
certain
on.
dudes are like, he needs a clean.
We have this guy to get that dude from the Yankees out. You know what I mean? And other than that, that's his job. There you go. Shit.
All right, my first Ride the Pine, although I don't really believe that I want him to. Rafael Devers. Rafael Devers since May 7th. So what's the date today? The 14th, right?
Yep.
He's hitting 200.
He's talking to himself a lot more too. 2
home runs, 3. I mean
that goes right with how he's doing.
The power numbers are there. The extra base hit, I guess.
Get a home run the other night. Yeah.
But I mean, you need to hit better than 200, dude. That's the bottom line.
He's been crushing home runs when he hits them.
Deep. All right, who we
got?
got?
Fielding is still an issue-ish.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My number 2.
Yep.
Looking in the future, the possibility, if this team still has do we reach a point where this team has a chance? That is there any possibility to make moves? Can they do something?
Great question.
Because I really started thinking about that because there's clearly some things they need to fix. Obviously, I just talked about their left-handed reliever. They could use one more bat, so there's things they need to fix. Well, are they going to need a starting pitcher with Sale? And, I mean, how does that shake up? There's still things. You got Hawk down there. But, I mean, the whole purpose of everything that's going this year right now is a surprise.
Right.
They're not supposed to be the best team in baseball right now. And Bloom's major job is to strengthen the system, bring everything up.
Right. So are we willing to?
Are we going to start unloading things already?
Yeah, exactly.
Are we back there already?
Right. So, friend of the show, Drew Athens, was talking to me. He's like, "Hey, listen, it's now we're about a month and a half in." He's like, "Are they still legit?" And I'm like,
"I think they are.
I think they are too."
A lot of teams make the playoffs,
but it's like, then you look at it and you're like, well, how I don't even want to talk about how far are they going to get in the playoffs. It's freaking May. We're a month and a half in, right? But what are they willing to your point? What are they willing to do at this point? Are they going to stick to the plan?
The couple guys who are real prospects, are we going to move them?
Well, are we going to stick to the plan, which is sustainability, or is John Henry going to get a first place boner?
No more bridge year.
And be like,
because this should be a bridge. This should be what we call a bridge year. It should have been,
but now we're for first place.
Last year was a nightmare. This should be a bridge year, which because you're the Red Sox, you're expected to be competitive. But it's one of those things where I'm not still sure they're going to win the East, but I don't think you have to win the East to have a shot at the World Series. Right. Like baseball, it kind of works. You know what I mean? Right. They've won as a wild card plenty of times, so I don't know.
It's interesting. All right, so my second Ride the Pine is Adam Ottavino. Guy's a disaster.
He's annoying to watch pitch, man.
May 2nd to May 11th, which is what I have here. He's got a 5.06 ERA. He is five. Yeah, seems a little bit high. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks.
5 innings, 4 runs.
Yep.
4 walks. He doesn't throw a lot of strikes.
Here's the thing, though. And his stuff is nasty, but
kind of,
you got to hit the strike zone. But here's the thing that I'm going to implore Red Sox Facebook groups and Red Sox Facebook groups and just Red Sox Facebook groups. Stop with the conspiracy theories that the Yankees traded Adam Ottavino to the Red Sox to spy on them.
What? No. That is a
bring down the team.
People actually have said this.
Have you gone?
No, I don't go on those.
No, dude, please go on.
I had sex in high school.
It's theater, dude. It's theater. You're gonna feel. Look. You ever feel like you kind of put on some weight and kind of fat, and then you go down to Disney and you're like, holy shit,
I look great.
I look fantastic. I am so in shape. Like I'm not gonna die soon.
This car's for 2 people. Like, we can fit 8. Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god, I am so ripped. it's the same thing going on Red Sox Facebook groups. You're like, oh my God, I can proofread, I can spell, I have thoughts. I'm probably killing our entire audience right now.
He's
sorry.
He's a mole.
He's a mole.
Wow.
That's the theory.
No, here's what he is. Okay. And
it started with Ramiro Mendoza, by the way, way back in the day. But go ahead.
He's a mole. That's bananas. Listen, if you think that, you're an asshole. Flat out. But Maz was talking about this, and it's true. He's a product of what Major League Pitching is right now. It really is. It's this. Yes, they find people, and there's a you can throw 95 to 100, get up to the majors. And they just this push to push people through, and it's a rare sport because every other sport you're pretty much in the pros. You know what I mean? Where it's a sport where
you're going to develop,
and you need to learn how to pitch. And these guys don't learn how to pitch. It's why they throw 1,000,000 miles an hour. You have no idea where it's going. It's why Bryce Harper got hit in the face against. And there's a lot of pitch. Like the joke was the wild thing from Bull Durham. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, look at this guy.
Major League.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant Bull Durham, though. You know, hit the guy who hit the bull. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I didn't mean the wild thing, though.
You're mixing up all the movies.
You know, it's crazy. Anyways, speaking of random, that movie still.
Oh yeah.
Highly fuckable.
Smoking
highly fuckable.
Smoking
right? Hot. But they don't know how to pitch. They have no idea where the ball's going, and he is such a product of that. He's gonna just let it rip, and most of the time it's not working out, man.
It's true.
I'm so sick of him.
I'm still thinking about Southern Girls. Susan Sarandon. Southern Girls.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all.
You'd have to shut her up, though, man.
Well, listen, I used to live in Arizona, and in the Phoenix area, it was all ASU people, and you know the girls were extremely attractive. And when you go into the bars or whatever, and I'm obviously we're from Massachusetts, whatever, and like we're all dicks here, and like the girls are like shut the fuck up, right? Yeah. And like you go there, and it's like, you know, I'll be like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Well, you sure can. It's nice to meet you, right? And I'm like, wait, what is this? Is this?
They like
is this kindness? You know, didn't mean that I was going to take them home, but it was like, oh, they're like cordial and stuff.
I wasn't. Yeah, I don't like that. Wasn't used to it.
Yeah,
like
exactly. I was freaked out by it. That's why I moved back here. All right, who you got? Number 3.
My turn. Number 3 is the fact that the Bruins are minus 145 against the Capitals this week. Okay. That means, for the others you who aren't in the know, that means that they're actually putting the Bruins as the favorites against the Capitals, which I think is and I'm not saying they don't have a chance. I think they got just as much chance. I think it's a 50-50 deal. I think this is a scumbag move because the bookies know that there's way more gamblers in this area than people who even give a shit down the Washington in the DC area. So they're trying to get some action the other way, so that way they can have the spread for Bruins. Okay, right. It's a bullshit thing. I don't want people to get overconfident. I don't want, God forbid, if it doesn't work out, for them to say, "Oh, this is the Bruins." They're no way the favorite team right now. The Capitals,
I agree.
The Capitals do have some injuries they're dealing with. People are banged up. Ovechkin's a little banged up. So it is a thing, and I don't want people to misconstrue this. I love their chances.
Right.
I really do.
Yeah. I think they're going to win. I personally do.
I think it's going to go.
I think it's going to go 7.
I worry about them getting leaned on because that they're not a super tough team.
Right.
They're good. They're not super tough.
You think Z's going to come out and just go fucking bonkers?
No, but I do think I think Charles stinks right now. I really like him, but he's slow and but they're the top 6 for the Capitals if they're healthy. We'll see. They're a big, hard playing team. They really crash around, and guys like Grzelcyk and some of those smaller defensemen the Bruins have could be an issue, especially Grzelcyk. I worry about him.
All right, I do not have a major Red Sox player, but mine is Austin Bryce, reliever out of the pen. He is since the beginning of May. He has 3 innings pitched. He's given up 4 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, base on balls, 1 home run. He's He's hit 4 guys. And his ERA is 1,800.
He's out there heading.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I was going to say,
18.
is that, that whole, is that bad joke? I can't with that guy.
18. Oh.
18. All right.
Oh, let's be positive.
All right, let's be positive. Who you got for Sparkling Wine? Your number 1.
I gotta go to the glasses for this one.
It's fun. It's fun not to see both ways. No.
Let's start with the obvious. I'm sure it's on your list, Mr. Bogarts. All right.
Huh?
He's one of the best baseball players on the planet right now. It is absolutely, to watch him play is great. And you know what it is too? And we started to see this the year last time they won the World Series, and he plays very graceful too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
smooth.
And I'm gonna really just emasculate myself like a gazelle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah.
Except for that play where he was like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, even
but he almost caught it.
Even that, he was making he really does play smooth, man. And his swing is nice right now. He goes to the opposite field. It doesn't feel like he's the last 5 or 6 years of baseball. It seems like the players, every team, I get in the box, I take 3 mad cuts.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. He doesn't
no. And a lot of the guys in the Red Sox, it seems like they're doing a different swing depending on the count, which I think is something that's been fucking lost in baseball. And he sees it. I mean, real quick, he's batting 348. All right. Yeah. OBP is 406. One thing is OPS 1.009. I mean, it's above 1. That means when you're doing that, you're doing Trout kind of stuff. Yep. You know what I mean? The 8 home runs is great.
He's in the MVP discussion.
Yeah, no, of course. Here's what I love. 8 home runs, great. The RBI is 23. He's got 12 doubles. Yeah. I think he has 146 at bats. So 12 doubles. He's just playing great.
Well, I will
in
say,
the field, he's fine.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about him. Well, I'm going to make a statement first and ask you a question. Number 1, the national media is starting to have conversations about Xander Bogaerts.
Concerns me a little bit.
Right, to your point, it's like he's kind of overlooked and this and that. So my question to you is, was he in the shadow of Mookie Betts, and now you're seeing a guy, you know what I'm saying?
I do think that's
hey, look, you trade Mookie Betts, that blows. But now you're seeing a guy who's elevating his game.
No, it's a really good point. I think that's part of it. I think he's a quiet guy, so again, he suffers from Trout disease a little bit.
But I even think that's changing.
No, it's getting better. No, he's starting to have some fun. Him and Devers seem to be good buddies, which is kind of neat, man. If the two of them could be buddies, I worry about he's got an opt out, and he's kind of playing on a bargain right now. I think he's somewhere in the 20 a year. He seems to love the Red Sox. He seems to, and I really feel that. And we're going back to, do they have anything they can do? Should they make some moves? It's one of those things where he's earned the Red Sox as a big market team to make sure they're good.
I think he's the face of the Red Sox.
I do. But if he can opt out, almost like it's their responsibility to make sure that everything else around here is going good.
They screwed it up with John Lester. They screwed it up with Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Keep this guy here.
But if they have a year like last year, which I know it's COVID, whatever, when the opt-out comes, he might go, fuck this dude. I don't want to be around this. So they got to make it competitive.
Make it work.
And I think Cora coming back is a big part of that.
Of course.
I really do.
Yeah. All right. Mine is Hunter Renfroe. He's playing great. So from May 8th to May 13th, he's batting 304.
And I thought he sucked in the beginning.
Yep. 1 home run, 2 RBI. I mean, he's hitting the ball. Look, he's not going to hit 285. That's just not who he is as a player. All right. But did you see him hose that dude yesterday?
Yes.
From right field. And
great play.
That was Dewey freaking Evans all over again.
Right.
So,
relax.
No, it was. That was a Dewey Evans thing. He was way out there, and he threw that dude out at third base. All right, go. What do you got?
Speaking of, we're kind of got a little theme going here. Speaking of, what do they have in the minors? Speaking of, what can they do? What's coming up? Jarren Duran.
Yeah.
hitting bombs.
Yep. I can't wait for him. I can't wait.
And
for him. He's gonna be up sooner than later too.
And I don't feel like I've been shitting on Bobby D the whole time. All right, but I don't feel it's kind of like a feast or famine with him. If you look right now, this year so far, it's early. All right, he's got 35 at bats, 11 hits. So it's not just like home run or nothing. You know what I mean? Because he's got 4 home runs, but he's doing other things, which I like. He's got 5 doubles, which means he's getting some power, hitting line drives, things like that.
Right.
Batting .314.
Yep.
It's early, I know. And if you look at their projected, he might be their 3rd or 4th prospect.
Right.
There's a couple guys ahead of him.
Yeah.
I think they still include Whitlock with that, which
he's already on the
yeah, but so not bad, man. Not bad.
No, I think you're going to see him up. Look, it's going to take an injury or two, and he's not an infielder. So I mean, if something happens, Franchi.
I think, or when they find the excuse to put Franchi in, maybe give this guy another month, see where we're at, because he's really moved up quick. I think he was in Double-A last year, and even the year halfway, because last year got messed up. So let's say last real year, he was in Double-A, but I think he was in rookie ball even when that year started. So
yeah, he's there. All right, so mine is Nick Pivetta. I don't have to say anything about this guy. He's pitching his balls off.
Pitching tonight.
This is the best move that Chaim Bloom has made.
No, he seems like a guy who's got some nuts. He just gets up there and throws.
Pumped up.
Works fast, which we all love. I mean, he makes the games move. Mm-hmm. His fault is sometimes I think he gets a little too in love with his fastball, and he'll just try to challenge someone right down the middle, and they absolutely fucking melt it. He realizes, oh shit, it's only 94. I think sometimes he's like, yeah, I throw 100. He kind of gets in that.
He's not that 98 guy.
No, but he's a good starter. Come on.
And essentially right now, he's your number one. He's your number one starter.
He might be your best starter. Yeah.
He's your best starter right now. All right, who you got?
Actually, one thing, and I might be a little late to the game on this, but as far as full time goes, Eckersley in the booth,
he's awesome.
One of the best things. I think that, and you could really see it even Ellisberg's had a tough start. Yeah. He's trying. When give him some time. He's trying, and he's all right. He's getting better. Right in the first game, he actually was cheering, which you got to kind of be careful. When get there, go there. There was a pass ball. You know what I'm talking about? It's go there. It's boy, you can't really be involved.
It's like the Scott Zolak of baseball.
But I think Eck is just great. Clearly, Remy needs a little bit more time off and stuff. And you can even see now with Remy and Eck, which is good. Yeah. Remy doesn't really keep up with Eck as much. And I think he's just great. He's honest. I love when he says, I got to have that. He's talking about the pitches and the inside. It's, I think he might be one of my favorite color guys, man.
I love having a pitcher and a position player in the booth. I mean, that because that gives you
can see a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's perspective on both. All right, so Marwin Gonzalez.
Wow.
All right. So here's the deal.
We thought he was trash.
Yeah, since May 2nd. All right, so it's been 10 games. 286. All right, 12 hits, 6 doubles, 4 runs, 3 RBIs. I mean, power's not there, but
no,
he plays and wherever he plays, he's all over the place.
They do play him a lot of places, which
he's playing some pretty good defense.
Hard, but no, it's really Francis killing him.
True. All right, so let's preview the Angels series. Okay,
it's an exciting series.
Listen, here's the deal. The Angels, surprise, surprise.
How is this acceptable?
Newsflash. The Angels suck. Again, they suck.
They have the best player in the league, and they have the most interesting player in the league.
Right. They have a two-way player.
We're not going to see him pitch.
They have the best. Yeah, they have the best player in the league. They still suck.
Why do they keep stinking every single year? I'm sorry. They're not a small market team.
No, they can't figure it out. They've lost 4 in a row. They got swept by the Rays. Right?
Why would Mike Trout stay on that team?
I don't know. Because
you're making me mad. Why do they exist?
Because he's a dud. Because he's a dud, and they offered him the money, just like they offered Pujols, who they released.
They had to release him.
And
that's another thing, though. Oh, that's unfair. You shouldn't do that to him. Oh, fuck that, dude. Pujols has done just fine.
Dude, you shouldn't really.
Releasing me here. Take all the money.
He's 58 years old. He's 58 years old.
But when you get released, you get all your money. It's not like they don't. Right. They stop paying you. Right. Exactly. It's like this is not a check. It's when you're bargaining.
They just put like an X.
No, he gets all of his money. They go, listen, dude, we're still gonna pay you, but we don't really need you around.
The Angels are 3-7 in the last 10. They got swept by the Rays. They
weren't that good.
They actually won 2 against the Dodgers, lost 2 against Houston. They're dead last in Major League Baseball in pitching. They have a 5.23 team ERA. I tried to see what their starting pitchers were. All right, let's break it down. Their starting pitchers are horrible. I can't even. Shit out of there. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, Jose Quintana.
He was on the Royals at one point.
9.00 ERA against
God.
Nathan Eovaldi.
They're probably paying him money.
Who you got?
You gotta go with Eovaldi, I guess.
Okay.
Listen. Who's been okay? Eovaldi.
Yeah. Dylan Bundy.
Shut up.
5.03 ERA against Martin Perez. Actually, the Red Sox did lose that.
That's a toss-up.
I can't believe Perez only has a 4.01. All right,
should be higher, right? It feels like it.
I think I destroyed one of the matchups.
Please
they gotta destroy the Angels.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, we talk about, are they for real? You know, when you look at the end of the season, are teams for real? And it was always Detroit, but whatever. Right. You know what I mean? In years past, like you definitely win the series, right. And 3 out of 4 times you sweep the series. You know what I mean? Like you got to let's go. You really got
to your point. You know, I was thinking about it today. You have to take care of business against shitty teams, and the Angels are a shitty team, and you need to take care of business against them this weekend. And you know, look, when you face good teams, sometimes you're gonna beat them. Sometimes you're gonna lose, like they did to the A's. Sometimes you're gonna split, and that's fine. But you got to take care of business against shitty teams.
Do they have a real coach? I don't know who the coach is, right?
Who?
Angels.
It's Joe Madden.
Is it Joe? Is it still Joe Madden?
Yeah, it's the glasses and the douchebag.
What the fuck is going on?
I thought he was a genius.
Why do they still have fans? It's year after. I mean, they won those couple. Like I keep going. Like, well, they won some World Series.
They won one.
Like 20 years ago, right?
And then we came along.
Solskjaer, right?
We were. It was 2002. They won the World Series. So and then we came along.
19 years ago.
Yeah.
They've been trashed. I'm getting mad just thinking about it because they should be a really good West Coast team. The fact that Oakland is outperforming you year after year, like Oakland,
they're the worst team in California.
Oh, Oakland should be their absolute bitch, dude.
Yep. By the way, Oakland pretty much gave an ultimatum.
Yeah, I saw that.
They were like, "Listen, you either we're here or we're not here because we're gonna move." Let me ask you a question.
I know where they're moving.
What do you think?
Everyone in the world knows where they're moving.
Where?
The only place teams are moving right now. Las Vegas, baby.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas A's.
Yep.
Yep.
They got football. They got hockey. They just keep bringing it in, man. It's a no-brainer. If you are a team who's pissed off and you want to move somewhere where it actually really threatens guaranteed revenue right off the bat, it's Las Vegas.
I would love to see that.
You know what I mean? The only other, like, if like Disney World was bringing in teams, like it'd be kind of like that. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. And dude, that Coliseum has been a nightmare forever. And dude, the team that it was actually built for already told the city to fuck themselves and left. You know what I mean? Like it's So, and at least in football, they had the argument like, dude, San Francisco's right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? We have another team literally across the bridge. Go ahead, leave. You won't do it. You know what I mean? Then they did. The next closest team, we're talking either Seattle or LA. So it's like
hours drive.
What else you got, San Francisco?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they were talking about San Jose for a little while.
I guess they could move to San Francisco, maybe.
I mean,
they already got the Giants, though. Why would you want to fight with that?
You want them to move to Portland? They could just burn the stadium down
weekly.
Yeah. The second it's there. All right, we done?
I think we're pretty good. I mean,
hold on. I got one more thing. Tom Brady schedule came out. Bucks
oh my
God. Tickets are $2,500, $3,000. I'm seeing all these. All right, do you sell the tickets or you go?
You're an absolute fucking moron if you don't sell your tickets. Okay, you're dumb. And it was like, oh, a real fan. What? Fuck you, dude. A real fan.
I hate the real fan.
You're gonna pay for the entire season with those tickets. Yeah. Let's get paid for the playoff tickets if they make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, because any season ticket holder has been like, all right, I'll sell these playoff tickets every now and then to make ends meet. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
Right.
Okay. You are dumb if you don't sell these, and you're even dumber if you buy them.
In 2013, I had tickets to Game 6 of the World Series.
Yeah.
And people like, you're gonna sell them because it was
yeah.
It was like $2,000-$3,000. I said, listen, here's the deal. I said, if I sell them, I get a lot of money.
Yep.
Right? And there's no guarantee they're gonna win. So I can go the next night.
Fair.
Right? So I decided to go. I saw it. I was happy, but I was like.
But you saw the World Series.
I saw the World Series. Okay. I saw them win the World Series.
This is week fucking 4.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. This would literally be if hey man, on July 14th.
Andrew Benintendi's coming back.
Whatever. Fucking Ted Williams is coming back. Okay.
Ted Williams
is coming back.
And
I will give you
reattached
$2,000 for each seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
All right, that's episode 97.
97, we're getting there.
Of the Loaded on Lansdowne Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Chikaris. Alongside me, always, is Andrew Andrews. And
loving it. Peace. You gotta shut this off. This is embarrassing. Are we seriously doing this?
This is embarrassing.
What?
Huh? How do you do this? Where are you?
What?
Can you hear me?
Press the button.
Can you hear me?